Many Americans spend upwards of $60 a month on protein supplements like powders, bars, and shakes, fueling a massive multi-billion-dollar industry built around the idea that protein is hard to get. But right now, in August, there are 5 plants you can put in the ground that produce more protein per gram than the salad greens in your refrigerator. They grow fast, they self-seed, they cost almost nothing. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly which 5 to plant this week and why the companies selling you protein powder are hoping you never find out. Walk into any grocery store tonight. Look at the protein aisle. Whey isolate, pea protein, collagen peptides, casein blends. Every container is branded. Every container is processed. Every container requires a factory, a supply chain, a marketing budget, and a price tag. Now walk outside. Look at the ground. Look at the edges of parking lots. Look at the cracks in the sidewalk. Look at the fence line behind your garden. What you see growing there is not decoration. It is not waste. It is protein. Free protein. Protein that has been feeding communities across Asia, Africa, Latin America, and pre-industrial Europe for thousands of years. Not from beans, not from meat, from leaves. Wild greens that grow without irrigation, without fertilizer, without anyone planting them on purpose. These plants contain more protein per gram than romaine, more than iceberg, more than butter lettuce, more than most of the greens the grocery store charges premium prices for. They grow faster than anything in a seed catalog. They come back year after year. And August, the month most gardeners think the growing season is winding down, is the exact window when these plants explode. So why has no one told you to plant them? The first plant on this list fed American families during the worst economic collapse in modern history. During the 1930s, when banks failed and bread lines stretched around city blocks, rural families across the Midwest and the South survived on a weed that grew in every disturbed patch of dirt on their property. They did not buy it. They did not plant it. It showed up on its own. In India, families have eaten this same plant for centuries. They call it bathua. In Mexico, grandmothers cook it into soups and stews. They call it quelite. In parts of Eastern Europe, it appears in spring markets alongside cultivated greens, and nobody thinks twice about it. The plant is lamb's quarters. It grows on every continent except Antarctica. It thrives in poor soil. It thrives in drought. It thrives in the exact conditions that make other crops fail. And it produces 4.2 grams of protein per 100 grams of fresh leaf. That is more than spinach, more than kale, more than Swiss chard. The amino acid profile includes lysine, which is the one amino acid that most grain-based diets are missing entirely. Calcium content reaches 309 milligrams per 100 grams. One single weed closes the nutritional gaps that the supplement industry builds entire product lines around filling. It germinates in August heat. It reaches harvest size in 3 to 4 weeks. Your great-grandmother may have eaten this during the hardest years of American history. Then the post-war food system told her it was a weed. She stopped picking it. Her daughter never learned its name. Her granddaughter now buys protein powder from a plastic tub at the grocery store. 3 generations, 1 plant. First it fed them, then it was erased. But lamb's quarters was merely forgotten. The next plant on this list was not forgotten. It was deliberately destroyed. The Aztec Empire built its entire caloric foundation on a single crop. Not corn alone, not squash. A grain that produced dense protein from its seeds and dense nutrition from its leaves simultaneously. Millions of people across Central America cultivated it for centuries. Then, in the 1500s, Spanish colonizers sought to suppress amaranth cultivation due to its sacred role in Aztec religious ceremonies, banning its growth and attempting to dismantle its role in native agriculture. The plant is amaranth, and it survived anyway. Leaf amaranth delivers 2.4 to 3.5 grams of protein per 100 grams fresh. It is high in lysine. It contains 43 milligrams of vitamin C per serving. It is rich in folate and manganese. And it does something almost no other protein green can do. It thrives in brutal heat. August is not a compromise month for amaranth. August is the ideal month. The plant germinates in 3 to 5 days and grows aggressively in the exact temperatures that make lettuce bolt and basil wilt. Across sub-Saharan Africa, across Southeast Asia, across Guatemala, and Honduras and Nicaragua, leaf amaranth is still a primary protein source for hundreds of millions of people right now. Not historically. Right now, today, this week. The colonizers burned the fields 500 years ago. The plant still grows wild in American roadside ditches. The seed catalogs do not feature it. The grocery stores do not stock it. But it is there, growing where no one planted it, producing protein where no one asked it to. Some plants cannot be erased, no matter who tries. Those two plants were either forgotten or banned. The next one is worse. You have almost certainly ripped it out of your own garden with your bare hands. Picture a low-growing succulent with thick reddish stems and small paddle-shaped leaves spreading across warm soil. It creeps through sidewalk cracks. It fills the gaps between garden rows. It sprawls across gravel driveways and empty lots. In the United States, most gardeners grab it by the fistful and toss it in the compost bin every single summer without a second thought. In China, those same leaves are stir-fried with garlic and served for dinner. In Greece, village women gather them into salads they call horta. In Mexico, families have cooked them into pork stews for generations. The plant is purslane, and the thing that makes it remarkable is not just the protein. It is the omega-3. This plant contains more alpha-linolenic acid than any other leafy vegetable ever tested. Every single leaf provides alpha-linolenic acid, the essential omega-3 fatty acid that your body relies on. Melatonin concentrations run 5 to 20 times higher than most fruits and vegetables. Iron, magnesium, potassium, and vitamin A at levels that rival spinach, though like many wild greens, it still contains natural plant compounds to be aware of. The global omega-3 supplement market generates billions of dollars annually selling capsules made from fish oil, krill oil, and algae extracts. Every one of those products requires industrial processing, extraction facilities, cold chain shipping, and quality control infrastructure. Purslane does what those capsules attempt to do. It grows in a sidewalk crack. It is ready to eat in 3 weeks from seed. You have been buying omega-3 in a bottle and throwing omega-3 in the trash. Same yard, same summer, same week. One costs money, one costs nothing. The one that costs nothing is the one no one told you about. 3 plants down, 3 free protein sources the system either forgot, banned, or let you throw away. The 4th one goes further. It actually fights back when you try to pick it. This plant stings. It raises welts on bare skin. It causes a burning sensation that lasts for hours. Every survival instinct in your body tells you to stay away from it. And yet, for centuries across Northern Europe, this was the plant that kept entire communities alive when nothing else would. In Germany, peasant families boiled the leaves into soup during food shortages that would have killed them otherwise. In Scandinavia, coastal villages dried the leaves and stored them as winter protein when fishing seasons failed. During both World Wars, the British government organized civilian harvesting campaigns for this plant because it could be processed into textile fiber when cotton supply lines from Egypt and India were cut off. A plant that hurts you, feeds you, and clothes you. The plant is stinging nettle. Dried nettle leaves contain 25 to 30% protein by dry weight. That is comparable to lentils. The amino acid profile is complete. All 9 essential amino acids present in a single leaf. Iron content is exceptionally high, and here is what makes it different from everything else on this list. Nettle is perennial. It does not need replanting. It spreads underground through its root system. Plant it once in August. Let the roots establish through fall and winter. When spring arrives, it produces aggressive new growth without any input from you. Year after year after year. One decision becomes permanent protein infrastructure. Blanching the leaves in boiling water for 30 seconds eliminates the sting completely. The leaves taste like a richer, deeper version of spinach. The sting is the plant's defense mechanism, and it works. Most people leave it alone forever. Most people never discover what is behind the defense. A complete protein source that returns every spring, expands its footprint every year, and never asks for permission or payment. The system that ignored nettle did not even need to suppress it. The plant suppressed itself. All the industry had to do was let you believe the sting was the whole story. 4 plants, all of them hidden in plain sight. But the 5th one is the most insulting of all, because you already know its name. You have known it since you were a child, and you have spent your entire adult life poisoning it. Every spring, millions of American homeowners walk out to their front lawns and spray herbicide on bright yellow flowers growing between the grass blades. The lawn care industry sells over $40 billion worth of products annually in the United States alone. Herbicide brands have built entire product lines around killing this one plant. Homeowner associations write rules against it. Neighbors complain about it. Children blow the seed heads into the wind, and adults curse when those seeds land in their yards. And the entire time, this has been one of the most nutrient-dense protein greens growing on the continent. The plant is dandelion. 2.7 grams of protein per 100 grams fresh. More than romaine, more than iceberg, more than butter lettuce, more than the spring mix in the plastic clamshell container at the supermarket. Vitamin A content reaches 10,161 international units per 100 grams. That is higher than carrots. Vitamin K hits 428 micrograms. That is more than 3 times the daily recommended intake in a single serving of leaves. The root contains inulin, a prebiotic fiber that feeds the beneficial bacteria in your gut. The flowers are edible. The roots are edible. The entire plant from soil line to petal is food. Dandelion root was included in the United States Pharmacopoeia for nearly a century as a recognized botanical before official pharmacopoeias narrowed their focus toward isolated synthetic compounds. The plant is perennial. It self-seeds without help. It grows in every single climate zone in the country. It requires no water, no fertilizer, no attention whatsoever. You have been spending money to kill the most nutritious plant in your yard. The herbicide costs money. The fertilizer for the grass that replaces it costs money. The salad greens you drive to the store to buy, the ones that replace what the dandelion would have given you for free, those cost money too. Every dollar spent killing dandelions is a dollar that proves the system works exactly as designed. Not by hiding plants, by teaching you to destroy them yourself. 5 plants, all grow in August, all produce protein that rivals or exceeds what the grocery store sells in sealed packages under fluorescent lights. All self-seed or come back on their own year after year. All cost nothing after the first planting. The supplement companies know these plants exist. The herbicide brands know. The seed catalogs that never feature them know. They are all counting on you forgetting what you just learned. But the plants do not care whether you remember. They do not need your attention. They do not need your money. They have survived centuries of being forgotten, banned, discarded, and poisoned. They will survive being ignored again. The only thing that changes is whether you decide to stop ignoring them.